we're going to try out doing a Monday video and see how it works. If it goes well, then I'll continue doing Mondays and Fridays. And I'm sorry that there was no video last Friday. A bunch of stuff came up. It was a mess, but we're going to get back rolling with Friday this week. But right now, we're going to do a really fun makeup look. So what we're going to do is, I don't know if you've seen the viral trend of doing a rainbow right across your eyes, but that's what we're going to do. But we're going to do 1/2 rainbow and 1/2 black and white. So to start off, we are going to take the Wet n Wild paint pot, and we're going to take the Profusion white pigment base, and I'm going to use the pigment base first, and then I'm going to put the white face paint on top. Well, I'm running out of my pigment base. Haha, can't talk. But I'm gonna use a flat foundation brush, and I'm just gonna put it in a straight-ish line across my face. And the reason I don't have tape or anything is because I don't have skin safe tape. But what I am going to do is, once I get the lines how I want them, I am then going to go in with some micellar water and clean it up. So we're just gonna apply this pigment base all around. And I'm going to need a little bit more. There we go. And I've also already washed and moisturized and primed my face. So and the reason I'm using the pigment base before I use the white paint is because I want to make sure that I don't have to have a bajillion layers of the white. And the pigment base is eye safe, whereas I don't know if the white paint is as eye safe. So and we might not even need to put the paint on, because you just want a base to put the shadows on. And we're going to work in sections. So I just want to make sure that this is blended out enough. There. It looks kind of crazy, but that's okay. Alright, now I'm going to take my Disney Morphe palette, because this is the palette that has all the rainbow colors. And we are going to use that to do the look. And so I'm just going to you can take a brush, you can take a sponge, whatever really you kind of feel like doing. I think I want to use a sponge. Yeah, I kind of do. So I'm going to take this Real Techniques sponge that I have, and trying to decide where I want to start. I think we're going to start with purple on the outside, and you can use pastels or you can use like all the shades. So I'm going to use Very Vixen, which is this dark purple, and I'm going to put that at the very edge of my hairline. And just look at that. Look at how dark that is. That's beautiful. And then we're going to take the other side, and I'm just going to take a very light purple called All Goody, and I'm going to blend that out a little. And just apply a little bit more. just blend it. Then I'm going to take Koi Toy, which is a hot magenta pink. See? And we're going to put that on the edge of All Goody. See? Just like that. Then we're going to go in with Life is Short, which is the red, and put that next to the magenta pink. And can you see the gradient now? I think we need a little bit more of that Koi Toy to blend over the red because it kind of got a little lost. There we go. That's a little better. Alright, and now we're going to go in with So Fearless, which is an orange shade. This is just another beauty blender. And I'm going to put that right next to the red. And then we're going to do yellow after that. And, I need a brighter yellow. That one doesn't have a very bright yellow. So I'm going to take my Web of Eyes Perfusion palette that they had for Halloween a few years ago. And I'm going to take the yellow in this one because the yellow is brighter. And we're going to put the yellow right there next to the orange. And then we're going to do green and then we'll do blue. And if you make a mistake like I did and got orange up here over your eyebrow, that's okay. Because we can fix that. Alright, there we go. Now I'm going to have to take a brush because I can't get in that little area. And we're going to, actually I'm going to take the yellow first in this palette, and it's called Head Out, and I'm just going to kind of, there we go. Now we're going to do green, and I'm going to do Max Power, which is the brightest slime green I think I have ever seen. And we're going to put that right here in the inner part, just like that. And just kind of build it up a little. And then we are going to take blue, and this is the shade called Troublemaker, and it's the bluest blue in this palette. And I'm just going to take a good bit of that and do it right here on the nose. And that's going to also help with our transition because our darkest color here is going to transition into the black on the other side. So we're going to take the black in this palette is shimmery, and I don't really want a shimmery black. So I'm going to take the ColourPop Good as Gold palette. The black in here is amazing. And we're going to put the black on this side. And we're just going to kind of blend the two shades together a little bit. And we are going to feather this down a little. And now, here's where it gets good. So we're going to start mixing the black with a little bit of gray to make a little bit of a lighter shade of black. And then we're just gonna do a little bit of a lighter shade of gray and mix it in. And then we're gonna pat that on. And then mix a lighter shade of gray by mixing in more white. And then just mixing in more white. And then till finally you do nothing but white on the very outside. And I'm going to take another sponge and go into an actual pure white eyeshadow in this palette, which is called Thumbs Up, and we are going to put that right there. And now we are going to take a brush that has nothing on it and just kind of feather over all the colors. To make sure everything is blending. And if you need to go in and reapply some colors, that's fine. Do what you gotta do. Okay, I was like, why does it look like I missed a spot? Because the blue is shiny, that's why. Hi. And then just kind of go over everything and make sure everything's looking the way you want it to. I'm going to go in with Made Ya Look and Koi Toy again, because I feel like I need a little bit more of that right there. And I just want to make sure I'm blending everything really, really well. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to clean it up to show you the finished look. Alright, now that we have that cleaned up as much as we can get it, what we're going to do now is we're going to go in with our foundation, concealer, and all that to finish off the look. So I'm going to take the Revolution IRL filter, because this was one of my favorite foundations. And we are going to apply that, and I have used all my good sponges. No, I haven't. Here, well, no, I haven't. Here we go. Here's one of my cream sponges, and I'm going to tap that in with a little bit of the NYX Total Control Pro Drops in the shade Porcelain. And we're just gonna mix that together. Oops, whatever. I'm just gonna kind of go right here under that line and just smooth it out. And you know what? I think I'm just going to use the NYX Total Control Drops because my sponge is not damp. So it's soaking up some product. So we're just gonna kind of smear it on. There we go. The good thing about this makeup look is you don't have to worry about under eye concealer. Because your under eyes are brightly colored anyway. The only thing you might have to worry about is doing a little bit of blush. But even then, because the eye makeup is so kind of interesting. You don't really want to do anything to take that away. I'm just gonna smooth out and kind of diffuse the edges a little bit. Kind of looks like a grimace mask, or like the bandit mask. If you want to, you can go back and add a little bit more here instead to make it look more straight across. I'm not that particular, so I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, I think next up what we're going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of blush because I like the way that that looks. Again, you don't have to. It would be kind of fun though to see if you did. Just like that. And then I'm not going to put any eyebrows on because, or yeah, let's go ahead and do eyebrows. And then we're just going to kind of apply my brow product like I normally would, even though there's a bunch of colors in my brows that aren't normally there. And this is just the Maybelline Tattoo Studio. I'm ashamed to admit how long I've had this, but it's lasted me forever because you don't need a whole lot. Especially if you have kind of sparse brows like I do, using less is better because otherwise it can get looking unruly. There we go. Brow product is on, and that just kind of helps frame out the look a little bit. And I think what I'm going to do, because I have an itching to be kind of creative, on this side I'm going to do like some little sparkles. Not actual like glitter or anything, but just like little white sparkle lines. And I'm just taking the white paint and on a brush, a very small brush, I'm just drawing a line up and down and then across and kind of connecting it in the middle here. And then just kind of doing that up here. I need a smaller brush. A thinner brush maybe. Let's see. No, that doesn't have anything on it. Let's try this brush. This is just a round smudge brush. And we're just going to kind of draw on a little bit better. And again, just kind of and then do one right here. And then I'll put white shadow on top of it so it'll be brighter. There we go. And you can do as many as, or as few of these as you want. I'm going to do a couple right here on this side. And one right here. These are rather large, so if you don't want to do them that big, I understand. This is my first time doing these types of things, so, you know, and I think I'm going to put one right here on the middle of my forehead, because why not? There we go. And like I said, I am going to go over them with a white shadow. on the same brush actually, so that I can keep the shape pretty good. And I'm just taking a little bit of tissue and wiping off the excess, and then going into the white shadow. Oops. Try not to pull at the shadow underneath. Actually, we're just gonna kind of tap it on, because it is kind of pulling at the shadow underneath. So I'm just kind of tapping it on so that it doesn't pull up as much. Maybe. Hopefully. There we go. This is what takes the most time, seriously. But there we go. There we go. And so we're gonna put on a lipstick. And why not? I'm going to put on a bright red lipstick because I think that'll look cool. And I was right. It does kind of look cool. So here is my makeup with the bright rainbow eye on one side and a black to white gradient on the other. And thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you subscribing. Please comment anything you would like to see on this channel. I'd be more than happy to do it. And thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys, and I hope y'all have a great night. Bye!